I'm going to teach you how to stop hitting your driver just like this and turn it into straight, long drives just like this one. Now, if we're looking to change away from that horrible first shot that you saw there, and I would imagine this has plagued a lot of people, there's just a couple of things that we need to do, the non-negotiables for hitting your driver better. Before I tell you what they are though, guys, hit the subscribe button. It's going to help you get better at the game and you won't miss any future videos here on Matt Fryer Golf. Those three non-negotiables though, number one, we've got to make sure we get good contact. If it's not centered, we're not going to be in control of the flight of the golf ball. And the three things that we're going to need to do to be able to do that are going to be our angle of our tack, the way the club is traveling, its direction, its path, and also where the club face is looking as well, because a lot of people forget that the club face is king and we need to get this looking somewhere near target. Ultimately, we need a golf swing that as it's coming into impact, the club will be traveling somewhere down the target line. The swing is an arc, so we'd have an arced motion here. We need the face to be matched up to that, it looking somewhere near the target line, and we also need the face to be traveling slightly upwards if we're going to be hitting some decent drives. If you're like most golfers that we saw in that first swing where the club is travelling too far across the golf ball, the face is looking off in a different direction from where the path is, and the club is travelling too much down, then you're going to be getting that choppy, horrible slice. And also another telltale sign is the sky mark on the driver. So the first thing that you need to do, we need to do the basics right, and we need to get our setup right to help us make sure that we're going to be able to actually get the club swinging in the right direction and then be able to release it. So what you will see from the old swing is that as I addressed it from the face on view here, my shoulders, the trail shoulder, so the right one for the right-handed golfer, will look higher than the lead shoulder. So that's the left-hand shoulder for the for the right-handed golfer. By doing this, that in turn tilts my spine forwards, and as I'm addressed like this, what it'll also do from the back angle is get my shoulders looking really across the target. What it won't allow me to do is actually what we need to do, and that would be that my lead shoulder would be higher than my trail shoulder. The spine would now be tilted away from target, and also my shoulders would actually be in that train track alignment system where we would see the ball to target line and then our body to target line. We don't see lines that aren't corresponding. So simply, as you address the golf ball, just a couple of little checks for you there. Make sure as well that that ball is in the right position, so it wants to be inside the lead heel. You can actually put it a little bit further back as well to help you get the ball more from the inside. But from there, feel like the spine tilts back behind. We get the shoulders, the lead shoulder pointing up, and we feel now that if you are a slicer, your shoulders will actually feel ever so slightly closed in the setup from there. Now the next thing we would need to do once we address it, you're going to have two parts to the swinging here. The first one is all about this club face, because remember I said club face is king. Slicers learn to hold the club face open because the club is travelling across the golf ball so much. So as we swing across the ball to the left for the right-handed golfer, we learn to get the face looking more to the right. We're going to stop that. We're actually going to get one turning from right to left now, and simply all I want you to think about here, you're going to put your club head up to about knee height, and what I want you to imagine, just look at the forearms now, how they are level. As you come in as a slicer, your right one will go underneath the left one. We want to do the opposite. As we come in, we want to feel that the right one, the trail one, is now on top of the left one here. So a few small swings, feeling that happen. Just do it slowly. Just starting to happen, and I want you to try and feel that it happens before you get to where the golf ball would be. A lot of people do it and then try and flip it afterwards. We want to try and feel we level it up by the time we get to the golf ball. If we can do this hitting and expect them to go left as you start, that's a good thing. That shows us that the face is now closing. That will help us start to get that face going where we want to. And there we go. That is the shot you would expect to see as you start to square the face up. One that if you're still swinging the path to the left, but you now get the face looking left, that ball will hit quite a sort of pulled shot or more of a pull hooky shot. That's a great thing, because now we know the face is closed. And this is the final piece of the puzzle, one of my favourite drills here. If you are going to do this, make sure that the end of your head cover or your little alignment cane is actually just behind the golf ball there. I would put something on to protect it as well, but it's in line with the golf ball as well. The reason that we do this, and I'd maybe even start with a 7-iron, is that if I were to make the swing where I was stood like the old swing and I swing in and I come over the top, we're going to see that I clatter this cane. That means that the club would still be travelling from the outside and in and across. Now that we're getting that face to feel actually a little bit more closed, we need this club to travel more from the inside here. So I'd have a couple of practice swings where, again, even if you want to do it just above the ground, feeling we're going to marry up that release with the club swinging underneath this cane here. What you'll start to feel like is at impact you'll feel tilted behind it, and that the club is coming more from behind you and on the inside. Just have a few practice swings where you brush that T-peg and start to do it there, and what we'll start to see, if we can marry those two things up and I get this right now, we should see a much straighter golf shot that is hit more from the center of the club face. So remember our address, tilt it, shoulders feeling correct, my shoulders feel aligned correctly. I'm going to come from the inside and get that face nicely aligned, and we'll start to see a straighter golf shot. And there we go, nice and straighter, straight out the middle of the bat, all by just combining those three simple little things there. Give them a go and we should start to see much better drives. I hope you've enjoyed that lesson, guys. If you did, remember to hit the subscribe button, and why not check out one of our other tips just here that will help you improve your golf.